Hi guys, Jonathan here from team TripleSleeveTCG. Today we're going over a deck profile for Premium Spike Brothers. This is a deck I took to Premium Orlando tournament, went undefeated with it, so went 5-0, and then also got second place at the Spring Fest in Atlanta. So let's take a look. For starter, we're playing Mecha Trainer. He's your generic on-ride draw 1, 2 Mecha Instructor, playing 2 Sonic Breaker, 4 Slot Back, 4 Draw PG, 2 V-Series heals, and 2 Dudley heals. This is important since you can be searched off of Jelly Beans. So for grade 1s, we're playing 4 Gary Gannon. He helps you with consistency. 4 Wonder Boy. 3 Stride Fodder. And 1 Gyro Slinger. This card's really good. It helps you combo and extend your plays. It doesn't rely on Counterblast either, which is really good. For grade 2, we're playing 3 Black Panther, 3 Spike Bouncer, and 4 Bracky. The Bracky and the Panther are there for rearguard circle for your numbers. This is your optimal ride target. And then finally, I'm playing 1 Mason. This card is the MVP of the deck. He can be searched off of Jelly Beans. So Jelly Beans can either search the heal or it can search the grade 2. A lot of times, I find myself opening up with either the Bracky or the Panther. So instead of riding them, I can search out this. I can ride this instead, and now I have bigger rear guards, and he has an on-hit effect. So if I hit, I counterblast 1, put any card in, and I can call any card to an open circle. So I can call the Gyro Slinger and help multi-attack. I can call a piece I'm missing, a Juggernaut. So very, very strong overall, especially for playing the grade 2 game. For 3s, we're playing 4 Seafried, really strong going first. If you draw your pieces, you draw any powerful grade 2, it just makes things really difficult for your opponent. You're just putting so much pressure on in the first grade 3 ride that if it hits, you retire, you restand. It's a lot. If they don't have a PG, it's very difficult for them. Playing 4 Juggernaut, he's your main attacker of the deck. 23, he's 33 and a force marker, so just really powerful. And then 2 Jelly Beans. If you don't have a use for this, you can use it as stride fodder, but generally, I find myself searching the grade 2 and then sometimes search the heal if I either need a G-guard or thinking about a play for earlier. So yeah, it's really good. You can G-guard first if you have the Jelly Beans and you need to grab the heal. You can ramp GB for the GB8. There's a lot of uses for it. So for strides, we're playing 3 Terrible Linus. He flips up another G unit, and then he has the ability you can put 1 into soul to give 10k shield for every 2 open circles. 1 Dismal, protects your pieces, has resist, so there's actually a situation where I fought against a Bermuda deck that was playing the new whale, but Dismal itself has resist, so it cannot be broken as a guardian, so it's very helpful. Then 2 of Guys, he lets you put any combination of 3 cards of different grades from solar drop to deck, and then gains 10k shield. So it's just there for filtering pieces. Then we have 1 Picaro. Not really relevant. He's there just in case you don't draw anything. You need to search your pieces, but I don't ever find myself going into him. 1 Sabreeze. Sabreeze is good since we're playing the grade 2 game again, so a lot of times you can, memorize your opponent's drive checks and kind of like gauge their hand. So if you need to, you can Sabreeze them and go into a play that basically cripples them so they can't fight back. 1 of this, the Cray Elemental. This is if you get damage denied, it flips up another G unit, so you're ramping GB. Playing 1 Hellheart 8. Since Premium's very fast right now, we're not really going into him a lot, but he's there just in case we do get the opportunity. It's still a fantastic card, easily one of the best rides in the game. Playing 2 of the Violence Ace. This is a new stride from Premium Collection. He lets you counterblast 1 and you draw up until the face-up number in your G-zone. And then he can also Soul Blast 1 to give anything 10k, which is not once per turn, so it's very, very strong. And then when your opponent's Guardian becomes 2 or more, Counter Blast 1, suck into rear guard, and you call anything from hand. So very, very strong when your opponent's at high damage. And then finally we have 4 Agrias. Agrias is your first stride, he's your finisher, he's really everything. A lot of times I finish games on him on first stride or second stride. He's just very, very strong. His ability is on swing, you Counter Blast 1 and you bind as many rear guards. And then if you bound 3 or more, you draw 1. And you call those bound cards, you call 2 of them for every single face-up G unit. So on first stride, you call 2 cards. If you were able to G-guard, you call 4. So it's just very strong. Even though you're calling 2 cards, you can honestly get more in using the stand and Gyro Slinger. So there's a lot of lines of play with this deck. It's very, very flexible, which I love. It's not straightforward. There's a lot of different things you can do. And something about this deck, I think it's very important, just keeping track of your opponent's hand, because you can get really greedy and then kind of just lose with this deck. But this deck also has a lot of defensive capability. So overall, just gauge your opponent's hand. That's the most important thing. It has a lot of plays, so if you're smart, you just got to think and then play around it accordingly. So overall, that's the deck. I hope you enjoyed. Shout out to my team, TripleSleeveTCG, Justin Dunbar, and thank you guys.